Hi guys, welcome to the Mommy Biz channel, and you're gonna have to excuse me for a little bit. I am recording this video while breastfeeding my son, and today I'd like to talk a bit about natural childbirthing, and I want to give you a few tips if you're wanting to deliver your baby naturally. These are some things that helped me to have a successful natural childbirth experience. Okay, so I'd like to share some pre-labor tips. First of all, you have to eat right. Like, you really have to nourish your body well with the right food. And I'll put a list of good food for pregnant women on my blog. Nourishing your body is so important. I mean, you're creating another human being. Hi, honey. You're sorry. You're creating another human being, and it's just so important to eat well. Secondly, drinking a lot of water. Like, your body is creating so much more blood, and you're, as I said before, creating another human being. So you have to hydrate yourself. Keep yourself hydrated, preferably with water. What I did was I just kept a bottle of water close by, and I worked at that time, so I just refilled it. I went to the water fountain and just continually refilled it. Exercise is another really important tip when preparing to deliver your baby. Try to exercise at least 3 times a week. Simple walking would be enough. Think about my birthing coach and my birthing teacher always told our class to think about childbirth as a marathon. Like, who actually gets up one day and decides, oh, I'm going to run a marathon? I mean, who does that? So we have to exercise to prepare our body for the tedious task that is delivery. Another tip is to educate yourself. You have to educate yourself if you want to have a successful childbirthing experience. Like, you have to educate yourself. I mean, the doctors, most of them aren't really used to people coming in wanting to deliver naturally. So if you're not educated enough, and if you haven't taken a class on natural childbirthing, you're going to go in and you're going to be in so much pain, and they're going to come in rattling off all these things and all these reasons why you need drugs and why you need this and why you need Pitocin and why you need all these different things. So you have to educate yourself to stand your ground on having a natural childbirthing experience. And then finally, in the pre-labor stage, creating a birth plan is like so important. What a birth plan essentially is an outline of what you want, what you would like your birthing experience to be. For instance, whether or not you want an IV, whether or not you want drugs. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Whether or not you want drugs, who you want to be in your room, whether or not you want the lights dim or, bright lights, like anything you can imagine, you can put it on your birth plan. And this really helps because when you're in so much pain and when you're experiencing labor, you're not going to remember, all the things you wanted. And to think about that ahead of time and to give your birthing team a list ahead of time is really during Now, let's see, I only have a few minutes left. During labor, here are some tips. Walk during labor. Like, as soon as you feel that first contraction, walk your butt off. Like, I walked so much, probably 75% of my labor, I walked until I went into that transitional stage, which is the 3rd stage of labor. I walked most of the time. And what that does, it helps the baby to move down your birth canal with the walking motion and gravity. That really works. Laying on your back is not at all the best position for laboring. you're not really helping the baby out at all if you're just laying on your back and having the contraction. Okay, yeah, drink a lot of water during labor. Drink, like, just drink water, other fluids, clear fluids, just drink. Drinking helps so much too, so you don't have to go through that whole thing of having an IV stuck in you to hydrate you. Like, it's so, for me, I don't like needles, and I know most people don't. So, sorry, excuse me, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna do another video on breastfeeding. um, so yeah, having an IV is kind of constricting to me, and I don't like needles, so drinking really, really helped me to have a successful natural childbirthing experience. Also, what I did a lot was I had some honey there, because a lot of times they don't allow you to eat during labor, which I mean, you probably won't be hungry, but you do need the energy. So I just had some honey there, and I would ask my husband to give me some spoonfuls of honey. Let's see. Labor in various positions is another tip. Like, you want to be squatting, you want to be in the tub, you want to be on that birthing ball, you want to labor in as many different positions as you possibly can. Please don't lay on the bed. Like, don't lay on the bed during the entire thing. It's just going to prolong your labor, and it's not going to help the baby to move down the birthing canal the way, the baby should. And then, to me, having a pretty quiet environment really helped. I didn't like when the nurses would just go off in their own conversations while I was in pain. So I really stressed having a quiet room. Having a coach or a doula that knows you and that knows the experience you want to have is really, really important. Somebody that would be on your side, supporting you, is really important. My husband was my birthing coach, and he really, really helped me. He gave me the massages that I needed. He helped me to stay relaxed, and he knew exactly what I wanted my birthing experience to be. So that was really, really helpful. 2 thumbs up to having where's my other thumb? A good birthing coach. Finally, prepare yourself mentally. I didn't, when I was going into labor and preparing for labor and all that stuff, I said to myself, this is the only option. Like, having medication is not an option. And preparing myself mentally like that really helps. Like, it never once entered my mind like, oh, I want some drugs. Like, it never really entered my mind. So preparing yourself mentally helps. I think I missed something. Oh, finally, just take one contraction at a time. The contractions come and they're intense, but your body knows how much pain you can handle. So you get that contraction, then it goes down, and you get a little bit of time to recuperate until the next contraction comes. So just take it one at a time. Say to yourself, this is gonna be over, and I'm just gonna endure the next one, and so on. So guys, those are my tips. I would really strongly encourage that you take the Bradley Method childbirthing class or another natural childbirthing class. You probably wouldn't unless, I know of one person that didn't go through the class and actually followed through with having her baby naturally. One person. There are a lot of benefits to having your baby naturally. Like, I found that I wasn't groggy after the baby was born, and I recovered like so quickly. And so those are my tips. I hope they're helpful. If you have any questions, and I mean any questions at all, feel free to message me, leave comments.